So today I'm going to show you a little refresher on how to access the databases here at school. So we first want to go to the RAPEC website, and remember you can type in just RAPEC and it'll come up and you can click on it, or you should have it bookmarked as a bookmark on your desktop here. So once you're at the Library Media Resources, remember once you go to the RAPEC website, you will click on Students. Don't click on it, just hover over it, and then click on Library Media Sources. And then you'll want to scroll down here to the bottom. So one of the best ways that we have to use EBSCOhost, which is the one that we use the most often, is by going to the Mid-Continent Public Library. Now, you have access to this that I have already shared with you, and you'll get a handout of it as well. You have access to all of these different Gale virtual reference libraries, Cass County, Mid-Continent. We are not using the district subscribed EBSCOhost. We are instead using the Mid-Continent, and we're also using the virtual Gale library. There's also a list of all of these different ones that are really great for what you need as well, and this is also on the handout. You have my library card number so that you can use it. You also have the two other librarians, and you have the Cass County one as well for the middle school. You also on this will have a helpful hints type of thing that we'll talk about in this video. So once you are on the RAPEC website, I'm going to first show you how to access EBSCOhost, and then we will go through the Gale Virtual Library. I'm not going to show you Cass County because I do not have access to Cass County since I don't live in Cass County, and you have to be on site to access the Cass County using the East Middle School login. So first thing you want to do when you get to the Mid-Continent Public Library is click on Research and Learning. Then it looks like you would type in right here, but it actually works better if you come over here to A to Z list, and then you go to E. I know for EBSCOhost, but no, you're actually going to scroll down and go to Explora for teens. There's also ERIC, which is right here for you as well, which is really good, but I really like Explora for teens. It's got a really expansive collection, and it just has a lot of helpful information. So once you click on Explora, you're going to go down to Go to Explora, and it typically will ask you to sign in, yeah, just right here. And I'm going to just go ahead and sign in with my own. I do not want you, and we've discussed this, using mine and saving mine, just because of how many people need to use it. Oh, let me type it in again. So once we are on here, we always click Nope. Once we are on here, we can use the advanced search. We can use our Boolean search tools. So let's say, for example, I am looking for Christmas and Germany. So that comes off right away. Christmas Oregon, that doesn't really look like something I would want. But there's lots of different songs, a cultural history. This would probably be really good. One thing that I do want to make sure that you click, and it should be defaulted, but just in case it's not, you want to make sure and come over here and click full text, because if you don't click full text, then you're going to get things that are like a couple paragraphs long, and you may find that it's really good information, but it's not enough information. So this is just an example. You can come down here and you can click on all of these different kinds. If you only want books, you can click on that. If you want all results, which is what came up initially, you can do that. There's also Lexile ranges, so if you know your Lexile or what you read best at, you can click on that one. Now, if you remember back to when we talked about citations at first, we always made sure, let me drag this over, maybe. There we go. Remember, whenever you're using this, you want to come over here to the Cite button, and you'll always, always, always find the mid-continent, I'm sorry, the MLA, so the Modern Language Association, and that you can use to formulate a citation on your source cards. So you have the author, you have the title, you have the publisher, you have the date published, you've got the volume, you've got the database, you've got everything that you need to create a citation right there. So that's just a little bit on how to use the Explora databases or EBSCOhost. Now I'm going to go back to the Library Media Resources, and I'm going to click on right here in this little picture. This picture brings up the Gale Virtual Reference Library, and it asks you for a password. So if you remember back to your helpful hints sheet, it is right here, and the password is Raymore. So we're just going to do Raymore in all lowercase letters and click sign in. Now, there's one thing that I really like about Gale. It's called the Topic Finder. So I'm going to type in Christmas in Germany. So it came up with one thing. I don't really think that this is going to be a very good search result. So I'm actually just going to type in Christmas just for sake of this. So what this does, and we're going to ignore this for a second, we're going to come over here to the side and we're going to click on Topic Finder. Now, I like best to use the wheel. You are more than welcome to use the tiles here, which is what it defaults to, or you can click on the wheel. So this is all about Christmas. So all of these things in some way relate back to Christmas, my search title. Oh, actually, you know what? I misspoke. I didn't put it up here. There we go. So culture would be a really good one to have as Christmas for culture. And if you're looking for, look, that's Indian, oh, that's Native Americans. Australia, remember we talked about that. So these are all just really helpful. I think the best one to use is Explora, but Gale is available as well. Like I said, I can't access Cass County from home, but you can always use that as well if you are at school.